Hey everybody, Kyle here. In the last video I had a very clear idea in my head of what I wanted to say, and I just got rambling in completely different directions. I'm talking about YouTubers, advertiser-friendly new guidelines, and how they've been really fucking over a bunch of really great YouTubers, and supporters of this move are really talking about how it's really meant for fighting harassment and stopping bullying. And those are very laudable goals, and as someone who was relentlessly bullied, I can totally sympathize because I know how frustrating it is when administrators and people with power do nothing to protect the people who need it. I'm also someone who studies media literacy. This might start with a digression, but it'll eventually get back to YouTube. A long time ago, back in the days where there were only 3 channels, you had companies that would really dictate what was on the news. So it really came down to just 3 groups of people that really got to decide what was on the national conversation. Then a scrappy little upstart decided to start 24-hour cable news. And now, with that much news happening, it wouldn't be beholden to these certain people and their biases and prejudices. It would be determined by advertisers. So yay, new freedom! But instead, it meant we still had the same small perspective, but instead of being decided by 3 people who owned news companies, it was determined by consensus among advertisers. And as more and more channels adapted this model, we kind of moved into, it wasn't a new utopia of more content. It's still the same shit, different day. It's still bland, homogenous, safe, and boring. And when all this fun digital stuff happened, it was the Wild West of media again. People were excited because people could say what they want, they could speak their mind, it was uncensored, it was raw, it was great. And my generation, we grew up with that. I don't trust the news or like the news because I don't believe anyone is giving me their honest opinion. I don't think they mean what they say. I don't think they do it out of any sense of public good. They're walking on eggshells because they don't want to offend their precious little advertisers. That's why our generation spends so much damn time online, because it's real people saying their unfiltered thoughts, and it's amazing. But as you're homogenizing more, you're gonna really blunt those discussions. If you go down this road, the next generation will see you the way my generation sees traditional media like newspapers and television news. And that's not where you want to be. You want to stay on the cutting edge and stay relevant. So please, don't walk into blandness. Don't walk into safety. Just keep the edge. There has to be a better way to deal with harassment. This isn't going to work. It's going to swing back and bite you in the ass. But I'm sure Patreon is very thankful for what you're doing, because they're probably going to have a lot more people looking into them. So good work there, YouTube. Thanks for making yourself less awesome. Yeah, I'm really not happy with this direction. And I don't even make stuff that's that controversial, I don't think. I mean, I agree with almost everything.